Albert Fish, born Hamilton Howard Fish in 1870, is a name associated with unthinkable and heinous crimes that shocked the nation during the early 20th century. Infamously known as the Gray Man and the Brooklyn Vampire, Fish's life was marked by a disturbing combination of sadism, cannibalism, and a trail of victims that horrified society. This video explores the dark and twisted mind of Albert Fish, exploring his early life, the crimes that made him infamous, and the psychological aspects that contributed to his descent into madness. Born in 1870 in Washington, D.C., Fish's childhood was plagued by tragedy and instability. His father was American of English ancestry and his mother was a Scottish-Irish American. Fish's father was 43 years older than his mother and 75 years old at the time he was born. After his father died, his mother placed him in an orphanage at a young age. He endured physical and emotional abuse in various forms while living in these orphanages, setting the stage for a troubled adulthood. Fish had grown to like this abuse over the years, which undoubtedly played a role in shaping his disturbed psyche. The absence of a stable family environment, coupled with his exposure to sadistic practices, may have laid the foundation for the horrors that would unfold later in his life. Fish's criminal activities were not confined to one particular type of crime but encompassed a spectrum of gruesome acts. His criminal record includes theft, fraud, and other offenses, but it was the heinous acts of child molestation, torture, and murder that earned him a place among the most infamous serial killers. By 1890, at age 20, Fish moved to New York City. There he engaged in male prostitution and began molesting boys, mostly less than 6 years old. In 1898, Fish's mother arranged a marriage for him with Anna Mary Hoffman. They had 6 children who claimed to have lived ordinary lives. In 1903, Fish was arrested for grand larceny, convicted, and incarcerated. Fish later recounted an incident in which a male lover took him to a wax museum where he was fascinated by a bisection of human genital parts and subsequently became obsessed with sexual mutilation. As residents of New York, specifically Brooklyn, began to grow increasingly aware and scared of the acts that Fish was engaging in, the name the Brooklyn Vampire was created. One of the most chilling incidents was the abduction and murder of Grace Budd in 1928. Fish responded to an advertisement seeking employment, posing as a harmless elderly man. Once in the Budd household, he revealed his true nature, kidnapping and ultimately murdering 10-year-old Grace. The details of the crime are too gruesome to recount here, but suffice to say, Fish's sadistic tendencies reached unimaginable depths. Fish's psychological profile is a perplexing and disturbing study. His acts of extreme violence, coupled with cannibalism, indicate a severe mental disorder. Psychologists and criminologists have debated whether Fish suffered from a form of psychosis, sadism, or a combination of various psychiatric disorders. The gruesome nature of his crimes suggests a deep-seated pathology that defies conventional understanding. Some experts believe that Fish experienced a form of sexual gratification from inflicting pain on others, particularly children. His letters to the families of his victims, filled with explicit and sadistic details, provide a glimpse into the disturbing workings of his mind. Fish's ability to blend into society, presenting a facade of normalcy, further complicates the task of understanding the inner workings of his psyche. Albert Fish's legacy is one of horror and revulsion. His case raised awareness about the existence of such depraved individuals within society and fueled public outcry for improved methods of identifying and apprehending serial offenders. The shocking nature of Fish's crimes continues to captivate the public's imagination as his case remains a dark chapter in criminal history. In examining the life of Albert Fish, one is confronted with the unsettling reality that such malevolent individuals can exist within society. Fish's childhood experiences, coupled with a probable cocktail of psychological disorders, culminated in a spree of heinous crimes that defy comprehension. The tale of Albert Fish serves as a chilling reminder of the depths to which human depravity can sink and the importance of understanding and addressing the root causes of such monstrous behavior within our communities. Albert Fish was eventually arrested and found him to be sane and guilty, and the judge sentenced the defendant to death by electrocution. Fish arrived at prison in March 1935 and was executed on January 16, 1936, in the electric chair. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you are interested in content like this, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We upload multiple videos a week.